It sounds like a really incredible experience. Who was this Mustang made for? What type of person?
You know, Mustang is loved by many people. Males, females, young, old. And as we were developing the car, you know, the core customer, the traditional Mustang enthusiast, was certainly the person that we wanted to attract and keep as a customer. But at the same time, we wanted to bring in a new customer to set up the car to be successful for the next 50 years. And we kind of really focused on that, re-architected the car to get this lower, longer, wider proportion. Again, more of this classic proportion that the original Mustangs had. And to bring in this newer design aesthetic that would be appealing to a younger generation.
Now tell me about the influences you and Team Mustang had when you went into designing this car.
So, you know, we did a lot of research and really talked to the customers. The customer is paramount to Mustang. And, you know, there were a number of images that the customers selected in focus groups that gave us direction as a design team of what was important to the Mustang brand. One image is a black and white image of Steve McQueen standing in a doorway with a kind of a furrowed brow look and a classic Steve McQueen pose from the Bullitt film. And what was interesting is a number of generations of people selected that image as who that Mustang customer is. But what's interesting is the millennials didn't know who Steve McQueen was. They just saw that image and said, wow, that's a really cool person. Not aggressive, not in your face, but just cool and calm and poised. And really that captured the image, even for the young generation, that has no affiliation to Steve McQueen. So that set the tone. Another image was of a fist punching through. And people see that fist as the front of the car breaking through the air. And so that was inspiration into how we designed and developed the front end design. And then also inspired by aircraft. The gauges, the tactile feel, and how we design the switches within the car. We've got a bank of toggle switches at the bottom of the center console to engage different driving modes. And again, keeping a very focused, purposeful design to the interior to have a very visceral experience. You know, Mustang is a very visceral car. It's engaging. It makes you want to drive. It makes you want to hear the sound of the V8 and really change those gears. You know, of course, we have automatic transmissions that most of the people will opt for, but at the same time, it's that image of Mustang, that driving experience that people love.
As the designer, what's the most outstanding feature for you in this new model?
So for me, when you look at the car from a rear three-quarter perspective, and we did a lot as a Team Mustang to, like I said before, get the proportions right. And one of the things that we did later in the program was to pull the rear wheels out wider in the car by about 20 millimeters per side. And what this allowed us to do is get more what we call haunch, like a muscular shoulder of a predatory cat over these rear wheels.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and that's what was one of the other images, a Black Panther ready to pounce. And that's the feel that we tried to bring into the Mustang. So when you look at the rear three-quarter picture of the car, you see these really powerful haunches, the wheels pulling out of the body with this power and strength. And you see the greenhouse that tapers in with the fastback profile to the rear. And then at the rear, you have what we call the tri-bar tail lamps. So these are the three tail lamps that you see in the corners of the car. And this is a quintessential Mustang design cue that only Mustang can do. So that for me is the image of the car in my mind. Certainly there are other great views of the car, but that's my answer.
Now I know over the past 4 days, journalists and celebrities and different influencers in South Africa have been driving the Mustang. What kind of feedback have you had from these South Africans?
Oh, it's been fantastic feedback, and you know, really to hear that feedback and the exuberance that they're giving forth it's really special. To think that, you know, 4 years ago we're sitting in Detroit designing this car. Yeah, of course we knew it was going to be a global car, but to have that interaction with the press and seeing people on the street be so enthusiastic about it. And whether they're driving the V8 or the 2.3 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo motor EcoBoost, they all have passionate stories about with the car, how it makes them feel, the impressions other people have of it as they're driving. And so that's a really exciting time and moment for me personally.
Do you drive a Mustang?
I do. I just took delivery of it, yeah.
That's exciting. Would you ever drive another car?
Well, I have to. Well, Mustang is certainly a lot of fun to drive.
Yeah. What's next for you at Ford?
So I'm based in Germany, in Cologne, and we're working on next generation B and C cars. So Focus and Fiestas, and yeah.
Joel, thank you very much for sitting down with me, and thank you for bringing that beautiful Mustang to South Africa. I think a lot of South Africans are really going to enjoy it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.